Hello everyone and welcome back. Why did I just clap? Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. This video is actually a highly requested video. For some strange reason, 10 of you guys want to know how we budget. But without further ado, let's get started. Now our payments are 7 payments that we have every month. 7 stuff that we have to pay each and every month. I'm gonna go ahead and use the help of my whiteboard to explain to you guys, guide you guys along of how we do it. Now, starting off with how much Jose gets paid, it's something that I'm going to keep confidential, but as far as how many checks do he gets a month, it's only 2 checks per month. He only gets paid twice a month. Every 2 weeks he gets paid. Not every 2 weeks, because sometimes it's past 2 weeks and he still doesn't get a check, but basically every 1st and every 15 he gets paid. So the first one that we have is rent. As you guys can see right here, our first cost bill, whatever, is rent, $7.15. Now that includes water, gas, sewer, everything. It's included in the rent. We don't pay nothing extra for our apartment besides the $7.15 for the 2 bedrooms and the 2 bathrooms, half a bath, half a restroom. That's the only expense that we have for our apartment. It's $7.15. Like I said, we don't pay nothing else. That's including our water, our gas, our light. Everything is included in that payment. Second one, which is internet. We pay $79 of internet, which is not what we're gonna pay now. We didn't downgrade. We got a special on it, so we're gonna go lower from $79, but that's what we currently are right now at $79. Now the internet is something that we need because 1, Jose has to do his homework online, 2, I edit videos, and 3, just for fun because Jose plays online. But the first main priorities were YouTube related, uploading videos, and now is Jose's homework. After that, which is number 3, we do not have a laundry connection in our apartment, so we do have to go out to a laundromat and go do laundry, which we spend $40, or sometimes, like it says here, we spend less than $40. It's just that we do $10 per week. But sometimes it's less than $40. It depends on the loads of laundry. Sometimes it's less and I don't even use $10. There's times where I go do laundry for all of our clothes for $5, washing and drying, no lie. Number 4 is groceries, and it's $200 worth of groceries or less for the entire month. Now the reason why it's that little is because we do have government help. I'm not gonna lie, and I shouldn't be embarrassed of that, but we do have government help and they help us on our groceries. Not the entire month though. Sometimes we do pay our own, which is where those $200 come along, but sometimes it's less because we have a budget of $100 per groceries per week. But to be honest, I literally sometimes don't even go close to 100. There's times where I buy $65 worth of groceries for an entire week just because I focus on getting what I need. I don't buy extra like junk stuff like that. When I go grocery shopping, I get it specifically what I need for every day for 1 week. So that's why that says less, because sometimes it's not even $200. The 5th one is Jose's credit card. He just recently got a credit card, which we only use for gas, which is why it says 100. He does have more credit in there, but we never reach the limit just because Jose's using just for gas so he can get his credit score higher. And we sometimes use $100 of gas or more. It's not less this time, it's more, just because his school is like 45 minutes away and then back. That's a lot of gas. But that's why it says $100 or more. We never extend the credit limit that he has. Then after that is household items, which is $50 or less. That includes toilet paper, napkins, trash bags, cleaning supplies like dish soap, sponge, toilet cleaning, and all that. And the last one is car insurance. Our car insurance is $100, and that stays the same because that's what it is. Now, referring to how we budget, I feel like I'm teaching you guys something. So for example, let's say that our rent is $200. Let's just assume that Jose gets paid, let's say $300. There it goes. Can you see that? So what we do is half of our rent is actually $100. So what we will do is take out the $100 from his check on the 1st. That leaves us to $200 spare. Not actually spare because we have to do the other payments, but they're not due that day. If they're due that day, then we go ahead and do it. Now on his second check, which is the 15th of each month, he once again, let's say he got again $300. Now we remove the other $100 that we need for rent, and that leaves us to another $200, but that means that we already have our rent money. By the 15th, we already have the money that we need for rent. So after we got our money that we need for rent, everything else is literally just, like I said, spare. We take out we save that until the first of each month. We save our rent money, and then we have, for example, we have $200 and $200 left. We have $400 spare for the month. According to this example, I'm just telling you guys that's the way we work it. And then we take away all the rent, the bills, the gas payments, and all that jazz. We don't wait for the day to come. We take it out ahead of time, because if we wait, we fear that by the time the payment is due, we won't have the money. So we take it out ahead of time, put it to save, put it away. So for example, let's say it's $300 worth of everything else. That's including internet, laundry, gas, a credit card for the gas, groceries and all that. Let's say minus $300. That gives us $100 free, literally free, and it's only the 15th of the month. So by the 15th of the month, we have $100 free, sparing according to these calculations that I'm giving you guys, these examples. And that money right here, it's free. We don't have to worry about anything else, because we already saved our rent money. We already did our bills payments. We already did the rent. Our rent money is already saved, like I said, because on the first, he only gets 2 checks. So his first check, he gets half of that, saves half of the rent, which is $350. And then on the 15th check, he saves the other $350. So that adds up to the $715. It doesn't add up to the $715. It's leaving a couple of bucks left, but that's just, I'm telling you guys. It leads us down to the $715 by the 15th. So by the 15th of the month, we already have what's rent money. So after that, we honestly do not care about anything else, because that's the most important thing, is our rent. So once we have what's rent money, like I said, everything else we start saving, which is $100 for the car insurance, the $200 worth of groceries. And if we do not finish all that money that we are saving, because we save it ahead of time, we don't wait for the day to come like, oh, today's the bill, let's pay it. No, we already have the money saved, separate in another stack. We have 3 stacks. Stack number 1 is rent money, 2 is payments, and 3 is free. You guys cannot, that doesn't even say free. So it's rent, payments, and free. So our first stack, like I said, we save the $350 each check, which is half of the rent. And then on the 15th of the month, that's when we take out our payments, which is, like I said, the gas and all that. So by the 15th, basically, everything's already paid for. Everything's already paid for. Basically, technically is what I'm trying to say. That by the 15th, they're not yet processed payments, but we already have the money for the payments. And sometimes we don't use all the money for groceries that we saved, and we didn't finish all the money that we used for laundry, and we didn't use all the money that we used for the household items and all that jazz. So that is concluded to spare money. Now, what do we do with that spare money? We took it up right up to savings account, because that's money we were not counting on to spend. I know there's a lot of people who go, oh, spare money, let's keep it, let's spend it. No, because it's part of our payments and money that we were planning to spend on our bills and excesses and all that stuff, that it became extra money. We're not going to be like, oh, we have $10 left for laundry, we didn't use it, let's go ahead and use it. No, it usually goes up to savings account. We don't go like, oh, it's extra, let's use it. No. And that's where our savings come along. That's how we start saving up money. And I don't know what this is, don't mind, I don't know why I did that, but that's where our savings start accumulating, start growing from the extra money that we thought we were going to use, but we actually didn't. We had basically extra money, basically money that we thought that we were going to use. For example, like I said, sometimes our $200 of groceries are less, but then there's days where the extra money is sometimes used for Jose's credit card for gas, because sometimes we don't use $100 for gas, we use more, and that's where the extra money sometimes goes. It never goes, it either goes savings or Jose's credit card. It doesn't go anywhere else. It literally either goes to savings or it goes to Jose's credit card. And that's what we do with our leftover money. Now, the money that we're planning on spending, we have usually take out $100 from each check, giving us $200 per month for us to spare. For us to spend on whatever we want. That's including toys, that's including jazz. Sometimes Jose's check does come up a little bit higher and we have a bit more than that. Sometimes there's days where we have 300, sometimes we have 250, and that's literally not a lot to spend. But then again, everything's already covered, so we really don't care. Once we have our rent, our payments, and all that paid for, honestly, we don't care. There's days where our payments are lower and we don't go like, oh, let's take this money back to our expenses. No, we take it straight to savings, because savings is used for emergencies only. It's always good to put your extra money in there, not just be like, oh, it's free, let's take it. No, because keep in mind that's money that you were planning to use for your bills, for your rent, or for whatever reason it was. So it's technically not extra in your mind. Keep in mind, put it in your mind, program it in your head that it was money that you never even got to touch. Just put it that way. Just put it straight to savings. Don't even look at it and be like, oh, it's extra money, we're gonna keep it. No, it's money, like I said, that you were planning on spending, and that's the way we budget. I hope it makes sense, you guys. I don't know. Now, sometimes Stephanie does need clothes and all that. That's where we get it from, the $200 spare. From the $200 spare that we have is where we use that money from. Now, we don't use $200 a month, to be honest. We usually use less than that, just because, I mean, we don't really go out, but they pile up. I'm not saying that right now we only have $200. No, we have way more than that for free, because sometimes a month we don't use $200. We don't use the $200 that we're planning on spending. So that keeps adding up to the $200 for next month, the $200 from the other month, and that adds up to $600 spare that we have for just whatever we want to use it for. And sometimes, I'll be honest with you guys, sometimes we probably use about $130 a month. That's including like going out to eat, the movies, random stuff that we want to buy, just video games or whatever, and we have like $130 left. And then the July 1st or the 1st of each month comes along, and then we refill basically our free money, and we add the $200 that we have to spare, and that adds up to $330. So now we went from $130 to $330 just because we didn't use this $130. We didn't use the $200 that month. Now, there's days where we do save up our own free money just because we want to get something that's quite expensive. For example, let's say we have $130 left and Jose wants to buy something that's worth $30. And it's barely the third day of the month, let's just say, no, like the fourth day of the month, and if we get that whatever Jose wants, we're gonna be left with $100 until the 15th. So we're like, probably you should get it on the 15th. So then we don't get the game, and we save up our $130, wait till Jose gets paid, save up, take out our $200 spare that we have to spare, and now that leaves us to $330. And now if Jose gets his whatever he wants, which is a $330, that'll leave us to $300 instead of just $100 for that week. I hope you guys, I really hope this all made sense. If not, I'm so sorry. But fingers crossed, hopefully it all makes sense to you guys. If it doesn't, you are more welcome to leave a comment down below or send me a message through Facebook or through Instagram, or DM me through Instagram, and I'll answer your questions if it didn't make sense. But if it did, thumbs it up, leave a comment down below. I understand. If not, then I'm sorry. I'm probably so ignorant. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a friendly comment down below, and request more videos. And I'll see you guys to the next one. Bye-bye.